Hey my beautiful lioness cubs, welcome back to my channel. And of course I started this video without putting in my headphones, and I don't want the echo to be in the background, so I'm just gonna plug this in real quick. Yes. Hope all is well with you guys in health and in strength. And you are mentally prepared to fight the battle, no matter what the battle may be, consist of, whether it is small or big, or whether someone is comparing your battle to their battle. Hey, it's neither here nor there, because you can't compare your battle to somebody else's battle. You can't compare your struggle to somebody else's struggle. Because the way they feel about their struggle and the way you feel about your struggle and the way that you handle your struggle and the way that they handle their struggle is two different things. So why waste energy on pointless discussions, okay? So in today's video, I'm going to be reading Ecclesiastes 10 and 12, but I'm only going to read like certain verses. So I'm going to read 10 Ecclesiastic verse 5 through verse 5 through, where's the period? That's what I'm looking for. Verse 5 through 10. So verse 5 says, "There is an evil I have seen under the sun. As the arrow proceeding from the ruler, folly is set in great dignity. While the rich sit in a lowly place, I have seen servants on horses, while princes walk on the ground like servants. He who quarries stones may be hurt by them, and he who splits wood may be endangered by it. If the axe is dull and one does not sharpen the edge, then he must use more strength. But wisdom brings success." And then I'm going to get into Ecclesiastics verse 6 through 9. "Remember your Creator before the silver cord is loosed, or the golden bowl is broken, or the pitcher shattered at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the well. Then the dust will return to the earth as it was, and the spirit will return to the God who gave it. Vanities of vanity, says the preacher, all is vanity. And more so over, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yes, he pondered and sought out and set in order many proverbs. The preacher sought to find acceptable words, and what was written was upright, words of truth. The words of the wise are like goads, and the words of scholars are like driven nails, given by the one shepherd. And further, my son, be admonished by these. Of making many books there is no end, and much study is wearisome to the flesh." Because life is a never-ending story, and sometimes the story stays the same and sometimes it changes. But in God's word and in his promises, he clearly states that, hey, if we lean on his understanding versus our own, we cannot go wrong. We will continue to prevail and succeed and triumph over the enemy. So continue to let God be your trust, be your strength, be your focus versus the enemy being your focus. Vote versus the enemy trying to enlarge your territory, because that's just fraudulency. The enemy cannot give you anything that will stand, that will be firm. Anything the enemy gives you will cause you to bleed internally. But blessed are those who put their trust in the Lord, who lean not upon their own understanding, but upon God's understanding, who is going to lead them not in the paths of unrighteousness, but the paths of truth and righteousness and justice. Not for individual, not for just a certain type of individual, but justice for all, from the heart, from the start. God said, render your heart and not your garment. This is not about your physical appearance, about your outside appearance, about what you look like, whether you look better than the other person, whether, you know, you got it all put together than the other person. God didn't come here to save the perfect. Okay, and there's no one perfect under the sun, so that means that no one exempt, and we are all the one. However, many are called, but few are chosen, and everyone are called, but not many will take heed to the calling, you know, and that goes back to leaning on one's own understanding when they want, where they want to do the things of this world versus being transformed with the renewing of their mind. And with closing, I want to read something out of my God's little book of hope. So little hope. The growth cycle of a plant reassures us of the continuity of life. Germination, the sprouting plant, its growth, and its eventual natural recycling all show us that there is order and purpose in life. That is so true. Order and purpose in life, even knowing your daily steps when you wake up and when you say goodnight, even if you don't say goodnight, your steps are ordered. It's a natural flow, and not even you may be aware of it at times. Endure your test. What may seem to you to be bitter trials are often blessings in disguise. Take comfort in the hope that when you come through, you will be stronger as gold tried in the fire. If you just hold on, if you just keep one foot in front of the next, if you just fill your mind and your cup with positivity versus negativity. When the enemy is trying to whisper things in your ears that is not pleasing to your soul or your spirit, then you let the positive force take control, the positive force that wants to dwell within you, and eliminate all the things that are attempting to destroy you. I hope this word was fruitful for you as it continues to be fruitful for me, because God said be fruitful and multiply, so you have to do it productively, because nothing is becoming fruitful if it's not producing. And God's word is forever producing, because it's nothing but light to our soul and breath to our nostril. Alright, I'll see you guys in my next video. You know how I like to go on and on and on and on. Peace.